Hey, no name, how's it going? Welcome to hell. I did a little bit of. That's great. It's good to hear. Did a little bit of material grinding off screen, just so that I don't have to worry about a particular fight here. So I have one extra MP to work with. Hey, Alice, how's it going? Things got heated last time. You missed it. Near crash out. Which was my bad, I admit that, but you know. Oh, that sucks. Anything I can do to help out? I just realized I don't have what I need equipped. Not fully, anyway. Alright. I have been running around at level 1 beating things to death. But yeah, bright side, now I have cosmic arts, which is really helpful. Customize, Stopra, Rivera. Alright. Also found a mod that was able to basically stop the in-game clock. No real reason for it, but, you know, I didn't want to add too many hours to the playthrough on the save icon for some reason. It's probably just a me thing. Feel free to AMA, by the way, because... Crazy, I know, but the Behemoth is not a threat. Even the Dark Balls, really, they're basically a solved problem at this point. It's the Invisibles that are an issue. And even then, All I need is a little bit of luck, get the positioning just right, and I can, you know, hit them with stop, hit them with gravity. Oh, that's them. And dark balls. Alright. I saw a video do this. Let's see if it actually ends up working. There's no clue if it will, but... Favorite not Goofy or Donald party member? In one or the other games? Because in one, I'm going to have to say... Beast, for a very boring reason, admittedly, but still Beast. Hard not to like the guy who's like the only reason you survive most of Hollow Bastion, you know? Alright, here we go. Here's help. Yeah, I screwed that up. Aurum in Final Fantasy 2. Not Final Fantasy. Wow, my bad. Kingdom Hearts 2. Aurum, 100%. Though part of me wants to say, Woody and Buzz. Part of me wants to say. Kingdom Hearts 3. Toy Box. Just because I've always loved Toy Story. Despite, you know, being one of those weirdos that prefers 2 to 1. Among my family it is. And some of my friends also call me crazy whenever I say that. Which I've accepted it. You know, like, yeah, I'm probably insane. Who cares? To me, 2 had a stronger emotional core than 1. 1 was basically just, hey, wouldn't it be funny if this cowboy got jealous of this spaceman? Like, don't get me wrong, great movie, still love it, but... the stuff of epic, it is not. It does. It does exceed expectations for a sequel, but that's just because we're kind of... You grow to be jaded about that kind of thing, you know? It's hard to be excited for something when you know it's probably going to end up being trash, because you think that the people who are making it don't know about the original. Yeah, that's another thing. Sometimes we just, you know, don't connect to something because we've seen it before.
Gotcha. See ya.
Which I'd argue that, like, on some level isn't fair,
See ya.
you know?
Gotcha.
Like, every movie, every game, every series is somebody's first.
Heal. See ya.
Like, and I get that,
Gotcha.
but
Heal. Gotcha.
it's also not always their first story, you know?
Here. Heal.
That was disappointing on my part. Yeah, brains are wired weird sometimes, 100%.
Stop. See ya. Force. Stop.
Hard agree on that one.
Come on.
Alright.
Get me straight.
Oh, by the way, weird tangent here. I was wrong a couple streams ago.
See ya.
You do totally see the Invisibles come back.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Heal.
Like, I would hesitate to say that they're prevalent in the series, but they do return. It's not just in this game.
Gotcha.
Just mostly.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Here. Stop. Heal. See ya. Force.
can't even see where the hell the thing is.
Here. Force.
Is it going to count as not actually getting hit because I stopped it at the wrong time? Probably. Oh no! It actually got hit by gravity. I'm shocked that that worked out for me.
Come on.
Alright, now I just need to... Damn.
Heal. Heal. Here. Here.
Oh, come on. This is a room that is commonly just referred to as the Linked Worlds. This is technically just one room, but beyond that, like, little... Beyond this door right here, with, like, the Heartless emblem on it, is, like, the last safe area with a save point in it. And you have to fight through 7 rounds of enemies to get to it. Is that fair? I would argue no. But screw what's fair, you know?
Come on. Force.
Just fight. Okay, that should be enough.
This should help. Curry.
Yeah, it goes crazy. And hopefully this will work. Because I don't know if I got damage storage on that last Invisible. I keep messing that up. My bad. If I did, it'll work great. If I didn't, we're boned, and we'll have to restart.
Give me strength. Give me
We might be clean. We're not. We got hit. No! Hang on. Auto mod's being annoying again. We almost had it. We nearly had it. That was going so well, and then I choked at the very last second. To a dark ball, of all things. Hell yeah, I do. Love the support. The worst part is, we had like 2, I think, rounds to go. There. Not the pain. We got past the Invisibles. It's possible. We know it's possible. Therefore, like, the biggest problem with that, like, the second spawn, well, technically the third, because this is the first, right? Is the fact that there are, like, what, 6 of them? And they can all become, like, impossible to hurt at the same time. And you just have to live with it. Right? So if you hit them with stop and then hit them with gravity, well, got this in the bag. I wouldn't go that far, but I would say I probably have a decent shot. The final boss is technically harder than this room, but only via the fact that you have to deal with a lot of stuff. It's still just one target that you're dealing with mostly, so, you know, that's the thing. I don't know if they give you checkpoints. I don't know if the final boss fight gives you checkpoints, or if it just sends you right back to the first part of the fight. It's been a long time since I've died to it, so I don't remember. Ow.
Heal. Come on.
Horn should break soon. Yep, there it is. Donald will wake up. Dark Ball spawn in, summon Mushu. It's not really awesome sauce. The Behemoth is not the problem. Never has been. The Behemoth is one of the, like... I would go so far as to say it's easier than the first boss of the game. Like, it is not a hard fight.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Ow.
Heal.
I have to stop getting overconfident and keep moving. Like, that's what I need to do in this particular fight. Just don't stop.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Alright. Now... build some mana back up.
Force. Force.
That's what I mean, by the way, this move. This move, they can kind of just, like, get into a loop of using it. At which point, good luck. You kind of get no chance after that. Ah, so close. Had that. Was nearly past it.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah, this one and the next one we can get done quickly. Like, granted, part of that is because Mushu kind of slaps. He deletes basically anything you use him on. With the problem being that you can only use a summon like once per fight, and this all counts as one fight. Well, technically there's a little lull in between after the Behemoth. It's why Goofy and Donald are automatically revived. Yeah, it's insane. But I can't trust the Invisibles to stay still and use Mushu on them, you know? Like, I have to keep one alive. Well, which I almost did. I did at the very end. I got stuck in like a rather unenviable position. At which point I hit it with stop, use an elixir to get back to full HP. Not full HP, full magic. Whoops, I mistimed that. Hit it with a gravity. Or is it 2 gravities? I'll check in a second. Because we should have like a split second. to check the menu. If gravity costs 1, I'll hit him with 2. If it costs 2, I'll hit him with 1. And while he's still stopped, hit him with a full combo. Then run to the door. Whoops. Summon Simba, or get ready to summon Simba. And level 5 charges. I'm pretty sure I missed the opportunity, but we'll find out. Yeah, I missed the opportunity. But you want to hear something that's actually insane though? Mushu's insane. Mushu is legitimately crazy, like for real. You want to know who's crazier? Level 5 Simba. If you fully charge up the bar for Simba, yeah, you want me to give you the math formula they give you for how much damage he does? At level 1, a level 1 like Roar does, I think, 22 damage plus your magic plus 2. I have 9 magic, plus 2, that's 9, that's 11. So it's like 33 damage. Nothing. That's nothing. And it goes up with each level. Level 4 has stun, and I think it's 36 plus your magic plus 2. I think. Level 5 is 36 plus your magic plus 2 times 300%. Yeah. Yeah. It's either times or plus. Either or, it's insane. It's like, it's a deleter. Like, that's why you can, like, stand at the door and pretty reliably just vaporize everything that spawns in. I got a little unlucky with the timing, that's why the Dark Ball got me. Because if it spawns in, it doesn't have time to turn into, like, smoke, it gets hit instantly, it dies, and you use it 5 times at the end of the fight. Yeah. Yeah. Basically everything. The problem is, Simba's slow. You know? It takes a while for that charge to get to level 5. Although, here's something I didn't know until I was testing earlier today. While getting materials to grind out synthesis items. If his, like, summon bar hits 0 while you're still charging, he won't go away until you finish doing the attack. So if you're, like, at a tier 3 Roar, but you want a tier 5, and his MP runs out, you can still go for the tier 5. You're not punished for that. You just have to have, like, enough time to actually take the shot, which is the problem.
Get me straight.
Oh, it takes a lot of time. Yeah. 100%.
See ya. Gotcha.
Those are the words of somebody who does not know the power of Simba.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha.
I had a pretty bad moment last stream, no name, just to, like, let you know, where I was actively considering just giving up the level 1 run. Like, out and out, give it up. Because of this room. I spent about an hour and a half to 2 hours on it.
Stop. Force.
No, why did you aim at a random bit of terrain?
See ya.
Okay, that should get rid of most of them. Hey, 2 left. Get the heal off.
Heal. Here. This should help. Stop. This should help. Force.
Stop.
See ya. See ya. This should help.
That should kill. Yes. Donald, you... We are gonna have words after this, Donald.
Heal. Heal.
I had that. Donald. I heard Goofy wake up and I was just like, "Aw, sweet!" And then I remembered, wait, no, Donald is the laziest man on this squad. He will 100% stay dead for like 3 times as long as Goofy. That's not an exaggeration, by the way. I think we've seen it. Goofy has like died and gotten up 2 or 3 times in the time it took Donald to get up once. Or something like that. It was ridiculous. Goofy has always been like a real one. That has never not been the case. We love Goofy in this house. That's off. Fly. Yeah, that's right. I do technically have a better Keyblade than this. But this one specifically apparently, like, boosts the power of summons and magic in general. So, you know. I'll stick with it. It's doing a good job. I got to where I needed to go. It's only the fact that Donald died on us that was a problem. Which, you know, my fault for not noticing he was a corpse, but still. My fault for not noticing that our healer was peeking duck at the moment. Hey, Roblox, how's it going? We are still in this room. Good news, though, we have a strat that seems to be working. Mostly. Pretty well. We've had a few attempts get past the invisibles. The door is PS2 door. Leave it alone. It's done nothing wrong. The greatest sin it committed was being a part of this room. Which we can't exactly hold against the, like, the door itself, you know? It'll die soon. There we go. Get into position. Jump. Stop.
Force. 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 See ya. Here. Force.
Wow, that one
Here.
surprisingly resilient. I was expecting it to actually go down.
This should help.
There we go. That's what I wanted. That's what I was expecting.
Heal.
Alright, just a second. No, not for that, because I can never trust that. There we go.
Here.
Hit myself with an elixir.
Here. See ya. Come on. Stop.
Guess what, guys? I think we got it. By the way, just gonna point this out. We are, in fact, Dio. We can do time stop.
Give me strength.
Okay, come on. We can do this. We can do this, 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 we can do this. Come on, Simba. Come on, Simba.
Give me strength. Courage. Give me strength. Courage. Come on. Give me strength.
I got cocky. I got cocky and miscounted. Didn't matter. Victory's ours. Hell yeah. Oh man, wow. Yeah, that room is a struggle. Only used one elixir. I am shocked it went that well. Let's be completely honest here. No, not ether. Elixir. We had a plan and we executed it. Yeah, I'm working on that, no name. I'm sorry about that. So, open this. Mega Elixir. Excellent. Oh, by the way, hey, it's that door. From the very beginning of the game. You guys ready to see a boy fight a twink fight a man? Huh? What's wrong? Don't you hear something? There. Careful, this is the last haven you'll find here. Beyond, there is no light to protect you. But don't be afraid, your heart is the mightiest weapon of all. Remember, you are the one who will open the door to the light. I don't hear anything. Oh, that actually reminds me. In the first stream we had, I mentioned how in Dive to Heart, like the tutorial area of the game, like we never really got confirmation on who's speaking to Sora in the dream. Apparently, and I'll have to like look this up because I don't have a source for this, but I heard it offhand. That actually is supposed to be Mickey talking to you. I don't know why he would be talking to Sora, but apparently it's Mickey. I don't hear anything. Strange. That voice was so familiar. Maybe it's just my imagination. Maybe you'd better take a rest. Yeah, it's weird. Oh, before anything, customize Eroga, just so that we can have some extra defense in case we need it. And Faraga, because we are going to need that for sure. Alright, open that door. Well, it's like, for all intents and purposes, Mickey should not know who Sora is. Not at the beginning of the game, anyway. Welcome back to Destiny Islands.
Is this my island?
I do like how wrong everything is. Like, yeah, the trees there, but most of the palm trees aren't. Everything, there are things missing here that definitely should be here. Just head for that weird door. Here it is.
What was that? Tied to the darkness. Soon to be completely eclipsed. There is so very much to learn. You understand so little. A meaningless effort. One who knows nothing can understand nothing.
I want to know who voiced this. I want to know who voiced Ansem. I forget who voiced Ansem, and that annoys me because I love his voice. Like, the way he voice acts that is brilliant.
Take a look at this tiny place. To the heart-seeking freedom, this island is a prison, surrounded by water. And so this boy sought out to escape from his prison. He sought a way to cross over
We're still at 1.
worlds, and he opened
Though, considering where we are right now, we might finish it tonight.
Riku!
Richard Rocard. Okay, maximum kudos.
The voice can no longer reach him where he is. His heart belongs again to darkness.
Also, those eyes.
All worlds begin in darkness.
And also end.
The heart is no death.
F card, okay.
Darkness sprouts within it. It grows, consumes it. Such is its nature.
Okay, minor thing. How is it that Twitch, like the auto mod, catches, what was it? Like looking into it now. Can't find it. But yeah, Automod catches like a word like dong, but it just lets fucking through, no problem. I don't understand how Twitch prioritizes things. Yeah, it's great. I mean, in our first stream, Oz wrote finger in the chat, and that got caught by the auto mod. I'm never gonna let that go. Your appendage got caught. But yeah, if it's up, Billy Zane, Richard Epcar, whoever it is, brilliant.
the end, every heart returns to the darkness whence it came. You see, darkness is the heart's
true essence.
That's not true. The heart may be weak, and sometimes it may even give in. But I've learned that deep down there's a light that never goes out.
Ansem strikes me as the kind of guy that definitely took drama in high school and never let it go. You know?
So you have come this far.
And still, you understand nothing.
Every light must fade. Every heart return to darkness.
And there's his stand. Okay, wait. Raiden from Mortal Kombat? Or Raiden from Metal Gear Rising Revengeance? Or Metal Gear just in general, I guess.
Come, Guardian.
Donald! Curry!
By the way, this is what I was talking about, No Name. I hit him with a full combo, and because of the way level 1 works, this should be really funny to look at. If it works, which it should.
Gotcha! Heal! See ya! Gotcha! Gotcha!
Fight's over. Okay, Mortal Kombat Raiden. The God Raiden. Understood. Alright, so we're going to want to use a cottage. So yeah, that part of the final boss fight is not exactly what I would call difficult. This part, however, is a little bit more annoying. Hey, remember that first boss we fought twice? Fight him again.
Heal! See ya! Fire!
Well, that stopped being effective after a while. Whoops.
Fire!
that doesn't surprise me. Him voicing that many Skyrim NPCs does not surprise me at all, considering that particular production studio's proclivity for using, like, every single bit of voice talent they have as much as they can throughout a game. You know? Doesn't surprise me. It can't. Like, that's one of those things where I can't be surprised by it, considering what I know. Fight's over. Yeah. Skyrim, Fallout, they do it all the time. Well, kind of let that happen to me, so my own fault. Do I start from this fight? I do not. Slightly annoying. Alright. Wait. Okay, I didn't make the mistake I thought I did. We're good. Oh yeah. I know that for a fact. At the time, if you did multiple voices for a project, you weren't even paid for the multiple voices. You were just paid for, like, the one that you were hired to do. There's a reason that, you know, a union was necessary, is all I'm saying. I'm very clearly trying to, like, target the shadows here, guys. Because the less of these guys I have to deal with, the better. Alright. Gonna hit the big ground pound next. It wasn't just the fact that it wasn't super rewarding, it's that, let's say we're talking Kingdom Hearts, right? If the pilot that we all know exists, like, had taken off for the TV show, let's say, I don't know, I got hired to be Riku, right? But they also needed me to provide, like, the voices for 13 extras throughout different worlds. I wouldn't have to be paid for that extra work. They would just pay me for the role of Riku and that's it. You know? Like, that's how bad it was. It still is pretty bad. But, you know, unions make it a little easier on everybody involved. Well, not everybody. You know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. Tackle. Yes. He does indeed have a stand. It's just called, like, Guardian, I think? Or, like, The Guardian. That's the only name we know for it. Though we have given it some fan nicknames. We know what it actually is. Because even in this series, even that is like, that innocuous little thing is in and of itself an important detail in the greater lore of the games. Like, oh, he has a stand. He does indeed have a stand. What is a name for it? I personally call it Painted Black, but... Or do you mean, like, what is it? Because telling you that would be a spoiler for, of all things, Kingdom Hearts 3. So, you know, not exactly inclined to do that. But I will if you twist my arm long enough. Patience is a virtue for a reason. It's a virtue nobody follows, but virtue nonetheless. Really? Damn it. That seems like it was a bad idea. Why would you do that? Of all the options you could have had, that's the one you went with? I don't know where Sora was aiming on that one, but sure. was expecting the magic to stick around just a little longer, and it did not. I am shocked that it's taken this much. Like, I was actively expecting that to be dead by now. There we go. Weird. Is that elixir gonna go through, or is the game just gonna go no? Let's find out. It went no. The game heard, oh, you're struggling? We don't care. Die. It didn't. That's the good news. It did not get used up. If it had gotten used up, I think I would start rioting. The range on that is so insane. Like, you wouldn't think it. But it's bad. Nope. I don't think he has much health, but this is kind of all you can do. Yo, Ansem, do me a favor, shut up. I love your voice, but no, not this much. Is the actual answer to that just no, don't let up, keep attacking him? Because that's annoying. Like, it's funny, but can't be the real answer, right? So from a storytelling there it is. From a storytelling perspective, as I was trying to say, is I do love how his desperation move is the same desperation move as Riku's, just more of it. Which makes sense, he was possessing Riku at the time, like why wouldn't they be the same? we might be taking a bit of a break. This is just a fair warning. If we end up beating this tonight, we might be taking a bit of a break before we continue on to the next one. I am at level 1. I've never left level 1. Goofy's the only one that has in our party. Well, not right now, because he's not even in our party. He's slacking outside or something. I don't know what he's doing. Yes. Just so I can have full magic for the next fight. Although I think that might be a bad thing, because I don't know if I had the opportunity to, like, menu. And if I don't, that means that if I do beat Ansem and I have no elixirs, I'm kind of boned. There we go. Devil May Cry. I got the entirety of the series on sale. I'm glad you're excited. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of memes. But just so we're on the same page, what memes are you referring to? I feel like I need to know. I said Devil May Cry, yes. Which does in fact include... That is Devil May Cry 5. You will be waiting a little bit for that. Like, basically what I have in my head. I am, in fact, going to play 2, yes. I'm going to finish this game off. Play Devil May Cry 1. Not a challenge run. I'm just going to play Devil May Cry 1. Then I will go back to this series, do Recon. Then Devil May Cry 2. You know, then Kingdom Hearts 2, Devil May Cry 3, back and forth. Because I feel like that's the healthy way to do this, you know? Challenge run, no challenge run, challenge run, no challenge run, that kind of thing. Do you want me to tell you why DMC2 is bad? Because I can tell you in, like, one sentence. It's not hard to explain.
See ya.
I can give you, in about the same amount of time that Devil May Cry 5 gives to recapping it, an answer as to why it's not great. It's boring. Nope. Great secret. It is potentially one of the dullest video games you could ever play. And this coming from a fan of the franchise. You know? Like, I don't say that lightly, because I like the franchise. And even I go, like, yeah, no, it's duller than Dishwater. Yeah, dishwater. It's not just the fact that the game's combat is like mostly gun oriented. That's not the biggest problem with it. Like high level Devil May Cry play uses the guns a decent amount because of like just how useful they are to keep your style rating up. The characters are boring. The characterization of Dante in particular is boring. The only good thing to come out of that game is the fact that his outfit is clean as all hell. Like, his fit's great. That's about it in 2. Like, you can trivialize most of the bosses by using your devil trigger and just holding down the gun button. Well, not holding it down. You have to, like... That's another reason you can break your controller playing that game. Because you can just keep on tapping square for gun. Until you get the Uzis, at which point you can hold it, and that's why I typically use the Uzis. Puts less stress on the controller. Does a little bit less damage, doesn't matter. Oh, also, here's another thing. What's the coolest part about Devil May Cry? The funky combos and the weirdo weapons. In Devil May Cry, your options are a variety of guns. Boring. Yes, I will be playing DMC Devil May Cry. I will also be playing the DLC for DMC Devil May Cry, in which case you're going to be seeing, Fedora Virgil, which is usually not an evil I would place on anybody's soul, but we're doing it this time. And the final joke that is Devil May Cry 2. The final thing that is a joke that is Devil May Cry 2, I should say. Do you want to use a sword? How about a sword? How about another sword? How about a slightly longer sword? How about a thicker sword, but it doesn't do any more damage than Rebellion, so why would you pick that one anyway? The best thing that Devil May Cry 2 introduced was Rebellion, like Dante's sword. That's it. That's the only thing it ever introduced that had like any real weight to it. Because Ebony and Ivory were in the first game. Like his guns were in the first game. His sword wasn't. People forget that. He didn't have Rebellion until 2. Though Rebellion only really looked like Rebellion in 3. Like it took to 3 for them to like actually make it look like it's supposed to. There's Ansem. Part 1. Ansem, anyway. Keep that in mind. That is the first fight with Ansem. It's not too difficult once you get the rhythm down. But again, it's rendered more difficult by the fact that we don't have guard. Like, we can't even parry it that way.
Within it lies the heart of all worlds. Kingdom Hearts. Look as hard as you are able. you'll not find even the smallest glimmer of light. From those dark depths are all hearts born. Even yours.
Yeah, roll credits. He said the name.
Darkness conquers all worlds.
Fight a boat. Do it. Fight a Final Fantasy. This happens every single time. Why does every Final Fantasy villain / Resident Evil villain do this? Stop turning into giant whale monsters. What if you do win the fight? What then? You're a whale monster. Like, come on. What life is there left for you after that?
Already? Come on, Sora. I thought you were stronger than that.
Oh, right, I can fly. I forgot. My bad. Oh no, his eyes are Fanta orange. Whatever will we do? Ow. Okay, I got a full combo in.
See ya.
That was my bad. Oh, of course. That's 100% what the intention is. It is like, I relinquish whatever it is that makes me human. Where do I start? Okay, good. They're starting me here at the very least. There is a god, is what I'm saying. Considering what we've seen so far, I was not putting it past the game to be like, nope. Oh yeah. Once somebody goes like full whale monster, it's a lot harder to be like, no, don't kill him. It's like, guys, I think at this point it's basically a mercy. We should probably just do it. Too far. Too far. So this is the only real annoyance with this fight.
See ya.
Because he can't really hit you if you're sticking around like behind him. And these guys will despawn if you get far enough. The lasers are the only real threat in this fight. Because if you're standing here, he can't hit you. And you can just hit him with magic. You know? Kind of wandered right into that attack, so that was my bad. You want to minimize the amount of, like, cures you use, because you want to maximize the damage you have or the magic you have, right? Not for nothing, though, the Guardian looks great in this fight. Like, I legitimately like that weirdo version of the Guardian. We never see it again. When a twink beat him senseless, Oz, that's how. That's when. He went, alright, fine, I guess I need to prove my man credentials. Also, I know he wasn't wearing much, like, he had a very deep V-neck. Like, hilariously deep. But I don't think that would have helped him with the whole tentacles connecting him to the ship thing, you know? Wait, what the hell? I did not know that could happen, by the way. I want to put that on the record. I did not know you could, like, land on the Guardian's arms. Yes, 100% that's what this is, Oz.
See ya.
Out of magic.
This should help.
What? That's what he did.
Fire!
I'm not saying he was right to do it. I'm saying that's what he did.
Fire!
Nobody wins if we don't acknowledge what happened.
Fire! Heal! See ya! Fire! Heal!
My question is he more comfortable with, like, this version of Soul Eater? Like, the double-bladed staff one? Like, is this what Soul Eater was originally? Or did he just decide to be extra and go, like, yeah, I can do weird things with my weapon too, kid. Cry about it. I think we're getting close to the end of this phase. Because of all the, like, lasers he's summoning. That should not have hit, game. You can't... I refuse to accept that as a hit. The flight controls are not good enough for a bullet hell game. Please stop.
Fire!
Despawn, despawn. I feel like that was really close.
See ya!
That didn't even hit. I was too far. Add that to the list of things this game doesn't do all that great. Like depth perception. Like, I could have sworn I was in range for that fire to hit. And it wasn't. Like, I don't think I was that far from it. Are you gonna spawn are you gonna despawn? What's happening here, game? Just suddenly changing the rules on me again. Don't go into sleeve, you moron.
Heal. See ya. Fire. This should help.
This fight is trash. Put that on the record. Like, once you get to the last health bar, that's just what it turns into. He just does nothing but that. He spams the lasers and you can't do anything.
This should help. Fire.
Welcome to darkness.
Fire. Fire.
All shall be extinct.
Fire. Fire. See ya.
Welcome to darkness.
Fire.
All shall be
Music's great though. Pretty simple, but doesn't change the fact that it's good music.
See ya. Fire.
turned to dark. All
Fire.
shall be
Heal.
Seriously?
Heal.
That last one was staggered specifically to get me?
This should help.
turned to darkness. Welcome to darkness into your heart.
Heal. Fire.
All shall be extinct.
Fire. Fire.
Turn to darkness.
Fire. Heal. See ya.
Still confused?
I'm very confused. By a lot of things.
Heal.
That's the downside, by the way, of doing the, if you stay behind him, he can't hit you physically trick. Is, yeah, he can't hit you physically, but in a lot of cases he won't need to, because these things, right? Which you can mostly avoid just by, like, flying up and down. But there's still a lot of them, so you're basically bound to run into one or two. Every time. Yeah. But it's like every time I feel like I have an opening, he immediately hits me with the barrier move. Which I'm like reasonably sure stops him from taking the damage. That move. It's every time. Every time I have like half a second, he hits me with it. Fight sucks. Also, fire pushes you back. I'm sure some of you have noticed that, but yeah, fire pushes you back. So every time you use it, you can get pushed out of range. How messed up is that?
Welcome the darkness into your
I'd much rather be fighting like Ludwig or something right now. I can respect the insanity of Ludwig the Holy Blade. It's hard for me to respect this. I mean, on the bright side, I have been hammering him with Fires, well, Faragas, so he should be taking damage, like for real damage. Unless I've been missing most of those and can't even realize it. Which is a possibility. However annoying it may be. Spawn.
Heal. Fire. Heal.
There's like a massive amount of recovery time to casting magic in this game, and I've never liked it. It like takes Sora a full second and a half to catch his breath after casting like one spell. Every time. You know, call me crazy. I feel like that shouldn't be the case. It's like half the reason, 90% of the time you've seen me use magic in this run, it's been like jumping and then using magic. Because that's basically the only way to get it out slightly faster. Okay, we should have won this at this point. Like, we've been slamming him with attacks, we've been slamming him with magic. We used 2 elixirs. There should be, like, no way he's not close to dead at this point. I need to get in close so I can hit him with a combo attack. Which in and of itself is dangerous. Yeah, if only we had scan. Stupid freaking shield. Come on. Seriously? I've used like half of my magic just to heal in the last 5 seconds. How are you not dead yet? Like, there are small countries that would have fallen with the amount of, like, firepower I just shoved into this guy's face. Hit, yep. Well, that's our last elixir for the fight. Nah, the Vatican City's got nothing on this guy. I'm very confused. I saw a guy with, like, basically my exact setup do this fight in, like, I want to say 2 minutes. Just jackhammered him with fire, and that was it. The fight was done. I am now wondering what I am doing wrong for this to be happening. Like, I know that the last few I've been getting, like, really dangerously close to getting my ass murdered. But my counter argument to that is, yeah, because I want it to be done so I can move on to the next phase. Because I don't know if... By the way, spoilers, there's another phase. I don't know if the fight will start me at the phase after this or in this phase. And if it starts me in this phase, that's going to be a problem. There is a phase that comes after, like, the next, I want to say 2. But it's not actually a problem, so nobody really cares about it. How much punishment can this guy take? Like, I think I'm allowed to be a little confused here, considering. Alright. I need to know. How much health does, like, this version of Ansem have? Like, I need to know now. Okay. Huh? Hang on. There's no way that's right. Okay. First fight, second fight, yeah. Okay. So apparently, he has 1500 HP. Which isn't a lot. That's only like 300 more than he had in the last fight. Like, it was just him, his guardian, and me in that, like, crater. He had about 1200 HP in that fight. So in this fight, he has 1500. He does take half damage from fire, but that doesn't really matter because I'm setting up damage storage. And I'm hammering him with it. It's like the fastest spell I have. And the strongest, I guess. Sorry, I'm trying to like formulate a plan in my head. Alright. Let's try that again, because right now I'm trying to think my way through this, and like I can't really think of another alternative to what we could do.
This should help. Fire!
Welcome to darkness.
See ya!
How much health would the Vatican City have? I'm curious now.
Welcome the darkness.
This should help.
Like, just since you mentioned that,
See ya.
seems like a fun distraction from what's currently going on.
Fire!
Sure, consider the population. Go for it. Make the joke.
Fire!
Bummer or not, I'm already in hell. Though honestly, if the devil looked like this, I don't think it would be that bad. You know?
Fire!
It looks sick, so.
Heal!
Alright, so. I'm going to have to deny that one, Oz. I am sorry. But, yeah. Not because I don't agree, but because the last thing I want to be thinking about right now is that in particular. Unless we're talking about the Kendrick Drake beef, in which case, go hog wild. It is a bummer. You were right. I was a fool to ignore your warning.
Fire!
Yeah. Automod is basically worthless. Because you guys can still see what ends up getting added to, like, the blocked terms type of thing. So, it is not exactly what I would call the most useful
See ya!
bit of tech. Yeah, the Odyssey is fun. It's got issues, but it's fun.
Fire!
Like every bit of writing ever. It's got problems. But if you like it, right?
Heal!
Turn to darkness.
Fire!
Yeah, that is exactly how that conversation goes, isn't it? Look, Odysseus, I get you like this island, but we kind of want to go back home to our families. Can we please do that? Like, come on. Cat, please?
Fire! Fire!
Like, we've been doing this for a while. Can we please just get what we want for once? kilometers squared. By the way, constantly looking back and forth between the chat and this fight. I'm not saying stop. 100% no. I just want to let you guys know it adds an extra degree of challenge to this that actually makes it much more interesting.
See ya.
It's basically the equivalent of texting and flying. Oh no, I know I can pause. But I'm handling this the way I handle most problematic things in video games I play. If I stop caring, the game will realize it and just give me the win.
This should help. This should help. Heal.
It's not that high. Like, it's pretty high, but it's not that high. Am I level 1ing the fight against the Vatican? Because that does make it significantly more difficult. How many cardinals do I have to fight? Do they count as ads, or are they like part of the boss fight?
Fire.
Yeah, it's the Deacons of the Deep.
Heal.
I was going to say Abyss Watchers, and then I realized, wait, no, that's too cool. Also, Deacons of the Deep is right there, and is way more appropriate, so...
Fire.
Still not too bad. Do me a favor, look up Yee's map really quick, and you'll see why I'm saying that. You know, I'm not a fan how some of these seem to just, like, curve in midair to hit you. Like, that's my big problem here so far. It's that some of these attacks actively seem to be homing in on me for no reason. Of course.
This should help.
All shall be.
Homing beacon, yeah. Except no. Also, guess what? You can't target these things. I just tried. You can't target them.
Here.
Turn to darkness.
Yeah, you're just supposed to avoid them. Like, you're just supposed to sit there and not get hit by, you know, 80,000 constantly firing lasers. Like, at first, it's fine. Because it's, like, they give you, like, 2 or 3, avoid them. Just kill me. Just kill me. You're just supposed to avoid them. At first, it's fine. And then the game goes, oh, okay. So you enjoyed that fair thing, right? Let's throw thousands of them at you where they just never stop. And you're sitting there going like, well, that doesn't seem fun at all. Why would you do that?
Fire.
Welcome to darkness.
Fire.
And the answer to that is, I'm pretty sure they don't know. I think they're just bad designers.
Turn to darkness.
Yeah, that was guaranteed to hit.
Heal. Fire.
Welcome to darkness.
Fire.
My real legitimate problem with this fight, with like my actual for real grievance,
All shall be.
is if you're gonna have a solid obstacle in like the Guardian around, then the lasers should hit the Guardian, you know? It's like if part of your boss arena has a wall in it, then logically speaking, the attacks of the boss should be able to hit the wall. I don't see why I'm getting punished because I literally can't see an attack, like, get near me. I can't. The Guardian's too big.
See ya. Fire. This should help.
Yay.
Fire.
Welcome to darkness.
Fire.
Wait.
Fire.
Still confused. Then perhaps this
Fire.
light.
We've hit it. We've hit the point. I have like a minor theory about this fight, by the way. I'm like reasonably certain that it was like placed here by mistake. Or at the very least, they added it in like last minute. And I'll explain my reasoning either next time I die or when I kill this thing. Screw it, I'll talk about it now. During the last fight we had with Ansem, like right before this one, Goofy and Donald are locked out of the fight, right? At the beginning of this fight, like the cutscene, Goofy and Donald are no longer locked out, right? But we cut from the fight, like, directly into the cutscene, and then directly into this fight. My theory, and you can call me crazy if you want, was we were supposed to see the cutscene of Ansem being intimidating or whatever. Intimidating and huge, and he's all evil now, and he already was, so it's not really that different. Nothing has really changed, right? But yeah, like, they're not a part of the last fight, and then they get taken away from you at the very beginning of this fight. So my theory is that, like, they would have taken them away from you in the last fight. There would have been another cutscene where you, like, fall into a pit of darkness or something. And maybe you would have had to fight this for a bit, and then it would have been like, I can't do this alone, I have to figure something out. And you go free Donald and Goofy, which is the next phase. But this... like, does it not seem a little weird that there's so much health to deal with here? Like, he has as much HP as he did when when, like, the entire crew fought him on the beach. Like, am I crazy for thinking to myself, like, he shouldn't have this much HP, it should be a little lower? Oh, it 100% wasn't. But even then, the DS glitch is so absurdly strong that it should have been enough. It's why in that first fight, we summoned Mushu once, and basically instantly vaporized his health bar. How are you not dead yet? Like, I think at this point I deserve the answer to that question. Oh, thank God. Guys, guess what? Phase 1, done. And he decides to go Betty by because we gave him a beating. So by the way, the trash I was talking up to now doesn't really apply to this room. I like this room. This room looks really cool. Like, legitimately. I like the pitch black, you see the shadows by just their eyes, and the blue sigil on the floor. I think that actually looks really clean. Also, we don't see that too often. The blue heartless sigil looks really cool. Or I guess we're gonna find out where we spawn. Please. Oh, okay. Okay, we spawn here. That's not that bad. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not great. But it's also not too bad. got cocky. I got really cocky there. But, bright side, we have a working strategy, people. Ow. Honestly, the biggest problem with this phase of the fight is the fact that the biggest problem with that phase of the fight, like the artillery section, I believe is what it's called. Actually, wait, why am I bothering with the small fry? They can't hurt me. With, like, Aeroga up, they literally can't hurt me. I reflect all their attacks. What am I doing? Like, I can handle those guys later. Where the hell am I? Got completely turned around there. I had no idea where I was. Game. Okay. Seemed a little unfair for a second there. Kept slamming into the wrong object. Oh, this is slightly more problematic. Where do I start? Please don't tell me before that artillery section. It's not hard. Oh, hey, cool. That makes this entire fight much more, like, possible, you know? Don't get me wrong, still a little annoying, because there's a lot of these guys, but...
Fire! 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 Defense! See ya! Fire! Defense!
I was trying to heal, and I completely forgot where I had set Kuraga to since the beginning of the game. That's bad news, guys.
Come on! Defense! See ya! Heal! Heal! Fire! Come on! Wind! Oh!
I can't even really, like, change my loadout out because the fight starts instantly, right?
Defense! Fire! Heal! Fire! Fire! Heal! Fire! Defense! Stop! Come on! Heal! Wind! Defense! Heal!
What's up, Goofy? Nice to see you're awake. Is that everyone? Hey! Get some extra hits in before it says that the fight's over so that you can build up your MP. Because while you can just, I think, die now that I'm seeing how this is, like, going, so that you can, like, restart from the beginning of the section with full health, it's better not to have to deal with that, you know? It's better to just continue on to the next fight. Fight the face.
Defense! Heal! Come on!
Slightly embarrassing how quickly that went, but you know, whatever.
This should help. This should help. Wind! Come on! Heal! This should help. This should help. Heal! This should help.
That's kind of mean, but alright. Goofy, whenever you're ready. Death. Ow.
Heal!
Again, fight's not too bad. You just need to get, like, a decent rhythm going. And get away from that. I say, running right into it. Like a smart person. You want to try and bait out the lightning and get a hit in at that point. It's good news that we're seeing that though. That's typically a sign that it's getting relatively low on health. Relatively.
Heal. This should help.
Whenever I say like literally anything like, oh, doing pretty good, always kind of assume I'm going, I mean that in a manner of at the moment. Because things can always go wrong. Like right now. With only enough magic to heal back up. After every single swing. Ah, we're building it back up. Nope. Wow, that really should have hit us for more. Like, I'm not upset. But this game is usually not that kind. Not even a comment on the unfortunate placing of this face on the ship. Am I so out of touch that only I find it kind of funny? The head is the head. Yes. The head is also dead. Alright. Hop into the ship's mouth. Sentences you never thought you'd say. Oh, by the way, yeah, guess what? The first thing that you find in this room. Just crap load of invisibles. This is another one of the rough rooms. Donald dies immediately. I tried to summon something, anything, and instantly paid the price for it. Did that get, like, none of them? I think that got none of them. Yeah, that definitely got none of them. I should have put stop in gravity. Well, yeah, that first hit is just kind of guaranteed, isn't it? Should have taken the opportunity to swap those out. If I could have. I don't know if I could have. boy howdy, I would have really appreciated my party not being a bunch of carcasses this entire fight, instantly going like, yeah, it's your problem now, deal with it. This is my problem with Invincibles, by the way. It's literally just this. It's the fact that they can all, as a unit, decide, yeah, no, the player needs to die. They can all disappear. They can all start just slaughtering you. And you have no opportunity to do anything about it. Well, there is one opportunity. And then Goofy died instantly. I don't need it. This might work, this might not, who knows, let's go. It probably won't work, but whatever. Would have gone for Simba instead, but no time. Did that? Well, this seems ridiculously unfair. Guys. And there goes all my magic, trying to stay alive and it's not working. And they can just make themselves immune to all of my attacks. Multiple different ways. Yep. Ooh. Felt weird. Oh, and now they choose to survive longer, and then die immediately when I say that. I think they're already moving when I load in. Like, I think that's what's happening. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. They're already attacking before I even load in. I have no chance. I think I might have soft blocked myself. Because I can't move before that point. I can't move when Donald screams my name because I'm trying to. And it's not working. You guys want to hear the worst part? Like, I think the easiest part of the fight is the next one. It's right after this. They both died instantly, so I can't even revive just Donald. Not like it would help. Yeah. I don't even get a chance to do anything. How am I supposed to... Anyone have any ideas? Because I'm kind of fresh out. Oh, where he just, like, instantly kills you? Yeah. It certainly does feel like that. You know what? No, it doesn't. That seems too fair. You want to know what this feels like? This feels like you boot up a game, and before you even get to the main menu, it crashes. But it tells you it's going to crash. How many of them are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? I think there are 6. Like, I think I count 6 in the darkness. Like, let me see if I can pause. Yeah. This is the soonest I can pause. Which lets me get out of the way of one attack, and that's it.
Donald!
That was quite helpful. It's too late for save states. And I mean that in the manner of, like, even if I had a save state, I can't load back to before I entered the mouth to see if I could, like, change my stuff around so that I could have stop and gravity instantly. Like, I can. So it would help, yes, but at the moment, no. I didn't get to do anything. They were all hiding in the darkness of the fucking ceiling. I failed to see how I could have done anything about that. Can I leave? Can I, like, no, I can't. I can't leave, I can't do anything except for continuously die. That won't even help. Simba takes too long, and I'm gonna be alone. They'll kill me before I can do anything with them. That was a mistake. I know instantly that that's a mistake.
This should help. Heal. Curry. Come on. Curry. Come on. Get
Got some of them to back off for a second, but it's not what I need. I'm trying to go for Dumbo. Dead.
Donald.
Because Dumbo actually makes it relatively difficult for them to hit you.
Curry.
Might not kill any of them, unfortunately, but, you know, high magic stat, maybe it will, who knows.
Gotcha.
It hasn't killed a single one yet. I'm pelting them with it. And there goes my chance. Yep. Funnily enough, I do have a way out of this. It's just very dishonest.
Heal. This should help.
Alright. Chat. will ask you a question, and I expect full honesty from everybody that can speak to me. The mods I used in order to freeze the timer while I was grinding out materials came with other mods that I can just turn on or off. Do you want me to turn on the, I believe... Actually, you know what? We'll do it like this first, because I'm curious. I just want to see something real quick. Ow, my ears. Sorry about that, everyone, if you heard it. I apologize for the wait here, guys. I'm just looking for it. Because it shouldn't be... causing this many issues. What, the screen? It's how I have my Opera GX set up. Give me just a second. I'm gonna fully mute myself because, you know, just better to try and do it. Because there's been a bit of an issue. I'm trying to find it. I'll be right back.
Last time on Last time on. Last time on. Last time on.
Alright, I'm back. It has not worked at all. For some reason, my computer has suddenly started to treat it as malware, despite the fact that it's not. I don't know why, but it's chosen to do that. Oh, what? Why does me closing a tab do that noise? That's very funny you ask. I have a certain pack on Opera GX that is just a dude dying. It worked when I was using it like 6 hours ago. It worked just fine. And it's just now that it is actively choosing to be like, no, we don't want to work. Why would we want to work? That seems like a lot of effort. like I said, it shouldn't be doing this. Like, it should not be doing this at all. Used it earlier, no problems. 5 seconds. 5 seconds of work, it worked just fine. When I actually need it, entire thing breaks. I don't know what's happening. I'll keep attempting the room. Maybe I'll get lucky, who knows. Worst case scenario, what's going to end up happening is we'll start the next screen. We'll have to start from before the first fight even happens. But if I can get it to work, that won't be a problem, now will it? Because some of the mods are insane. There's one that I'm going to have to like look into to see if it actually works properly. But it just makes you kill everything in one hit. Which is why I called it dishonest when I was describing what I could do. It's like, yeah, it's dishonest. Yeah, it's not exactly what I want to do. I don't like the idea of using that. However, I also don't like the fact that this boss fight is not stopping me because the boss is hard. I've proven that I can beat the boss. What's actually stopping me is a random mob of enemies that you have to fight. And it's the second time I've had to deal with, like, this exact problem with these exact enemies, you know? Like, that's the thing that gets me. Hell, I wouldn't even be considering this if the game let me change my my shortcuts, but it doesn't. Which means if I want to do the strat that works against these guys, I have to scroll to magic, hit stopra, which might not even work, and then hit gravity in the exact same like menu. Like, there's no. Like, my options right now are the rest of the stream is essentially me running tech support on my own PC, you know? Or keep banging my head against this wall, and I'm fine with that. I just don't know why it's happening, you know? That's what I want to know why it's happening more than anything else. Ow. Again, sorry guys. That one wasn't my fault. I was pretty sure I had turned that off. Of course. Okay, now I'm getting annoyed. Not even at the game at this point. It's just I don't know why that's happening, even though I turned that setting off now. I am rapidly changing my mind on how much I like the black with blue aesthetic. I am rapidly changing my mind about that. And it's not even the room's fault. I have never wished for an autosave more in my entire life. Like, just so I could reload from slightly earlier and do, I don't know, literally anything. I can't see literally anything that's going on. Yep. Gotta love it. Can't see anything. Fair fight. You know, literally any other situation but level 1. Yeah, it is actually. It's a relatively fair fight. Because you can actually fight back. But in this case, it turns into 6 versus 1 instantly. Like, I'm failing to grasp what possible strategy I could have in this one fight, other than just die. Do it quick while you still have dignity or something, I don't know. You know this will get talked about in therapy. Like, there's no way it wouldn't.
Heal. This should help. Heal. Heal. Heal.
I couldn't even get it out. I couldn't get it out. They hit me before I could. Of course, it's mid-attack, so it doesn't even count. No, I am not good. I'm not angry like I was a couple days ago. I'm annoyed, obviously. Not even annoyed at the game at this point. I'm more just annoyed at my computer. Like, I don't know why it suddenly decided to stop working properly. No, that's not what I wanted. Eh, well, they can kill me anyway. Does this do anything? It does not. I was trying to see if I could, like, buffer the menu command, and I could not. They just instantly got me. Y'all mind if I call it a little early tonight? Welcome back, Roblox. So, as I was just asking, do you guys mind if I just call it a little early tonight because I do not think I'm getting past this room. All right, thanks. I do appreciate that. Yeah, but it's polite to ask, you know. Right now, I'm mainly just concerned about. It's not really why. Uh, I'm mainly concerned about why my computer is acting the way it is, you know? Like, I turned off the sounds for Opera GX, like, I turned off all that, and it still did it. I set my computer to be able to, like, run programs, and it's now fighting me at every turn. I'm going to end it here tonight. Yeah, and I'm going to try and figure that out, and hopefully it won't be anything too bad. I'll see you guys on Saturday, hopefully. And what we're going to do is, if I can get it to work properly, at least, right? Yeah, it's going to bring us right back to final rest. If I can get it to work properly, we'll be able to basically, like, cut through every problem. And then when we get to this room, I will turn off the mod, obviously, and we'll go in with Stopra and Gravira. And if that still doesn't work, if the game still decides, no, you just can't move past this room, I'll turn it back on, get through the room, turn it back off, continue the boss fight. Right? Because I think we can agree that randomly fighting, like, the toughest enemy in the game in a pitch black room, where they're allowed to move before you're even allowed to touch the controller, is a little unfair on the game's part. You know? Like, I feel like that is also completely unfair. But yeah, I'm incredibly concerned about my computer right now. I am going to be spending the rest of the night trying to fix everything, make sure it all works. Thanks for dropping by tonight, guys. Really appreciate it. See you guys on Saturday.